I am live. How to become more abundant in your life. This is YouTube live stream with me, Katerina Satori. I would like to establish a rhythm where I go live at least once a week. Feeling as Monday, 1 p.m. feels really, really authentic. And this is the topic of abundance and how to activate prosperity from within, right? The most lasting prosperity that we can activate and cultivate, right? It comes from within. And this is where my journey began. I wanted to tell you a little bit of my story, as I was not raised around any abundance at all. I actually was raised in Soviet Russia and during the communism time, and all I saw was my mom working very hard, labor intense jobs just to give some food for me and my older sister. We were constantly in struggle. There was always fear about the future. There was no sense of stability. And the gift of that experience was that I had to become very resourceful. Even as a child, I began asking myself a question: if I want to create a better life for myself, nobody's going to open any doors for me. It will be up to me to create it. So, in this video, I'd like to share with you some prosperity principles, some abundance principles that it doesn't matter the circumstances that you find yourself in right now, you can transform them. I have done them. I have done that, and many thousand and million peoples around the world who were born in humble circumstances, difficult circumstances, they turned their life around by choosing to apply these abundance principles. And I have created a truly inspiring life. So many people who come to work with me as a mentor, as a teacher, they say, Katerina, you created an inspiring life. And I want you to know it didn't happen overnight. It happened just how you would build a house, brick by brick, decision by decision. You make a new choice. You first start thinking different thoughts, higher quality thoughts. So, abundance, the first principle of abundance begins in your mind. It's really easy not to be aware how the thoughts about money, whether your mind constantly thinks about that you don't have enough, that tomorrow is frightening, that you have to work really hard and always be concerned or live paycheck to paycheck. So, the very first step to liberating yourself of poverty or difficulty or struggle is to liberate your mind. And it begins with realizing that all of us, we are spiritual beings. We are spirit in human form. And as spirit, we came to this planet knowing that everything that is truly required for us will show up, will arrive, will come our way. And yes, we get to learn to develop certain level of skills. We get to find our calling. We get to make ourselves useful, right? Abundance doesn't come to anyone who doesn't make other lives better, who is not in service, right? So abundance begins to chase you when first you start to think abundantly. And it's a first level of liberation, first level of true self mastery is to actually realize, wow, some of my thoughts are really low vibration. And the fastest way to shift your mind is to start appreciating every proof of abundance that you have right now. I'm sure you probably have heard this method before, but the reason you keep hearing it is because it works, right? It works. There is a certain level of elevation of your frequency when you start redirecting your mind from worry into gratitude, from worry into appreciation. And I have been an entrepreneur working for myself for the last 8 years. And being an entrepreneur is not always, you know, is definitely not easy, especially in the beginning, because you must be a self-driven person. There is no boss that you get to answer. There is no stable paycheck. It's you and your ideas. It's you and the power of your soul. It's you and your determination, right? So at different parts of my entrepreneurial journey, I had many moments and many days where uncertainty was so intense. The fear of financial fear would come over me. So I'm speaking to you this truth from the place of deep embodiment. So before I learned how to create a financially stable life for myself, I've been in deep valleys and deep shadows and deep uncertainty. And that's the gift of entrepreneurial journey. I actually believe every single human being is entrepreneurial by nature. And I inspire more people to embrace the inner entrepreneur and to create a second way of second, third, fourth way of earning money for yourself, right? To really become resourceful. And uncertain times can ignite the deepest level of resourcefulness. But when in my journey of entrepreneurship, I had uncertain times where I would take big risks and big steps, and there were certain time had to pass before I could see the results, right? It's like crossing a desert in your life, trusting that you will reach an oasis, you will get your breakthrough. And during those desert times in my life, what always helped me is to appreciate everything that I had, appreciate the place to live, appreciate the place to sleep, appreciate the food. Appreciation instantly raises your vibration. And the number one principle of prosperity is to become abundant in your thinking, because as you think, so shall you become. We can never reach abundance if we tolerate poverty consciousness thoughts. That's the very first one. First step is to train yourself to have the mind that is abundant in gratitude, that is abundant in inspiration, that is abundant in curiosity, right? So the first step of true self mastery is to watch your thoughts. Some of my constant daily prayer is I say thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. It's so embedded in who I am. I drive, I walk, and I say thank you, life, thank you for this moment. And when you are in a constant state of gratitude, you are a magnet for inspiring ideas. You are a magnet for inspiring opportunities, because your aura, your energy body is filled with appreciation, filled with gratitude, filled with curiosity, filled with this childlike faith in your path. So that's the first prosperity pillar, right? The principle is become abundant in your mind, right? The second one is seek to be of service. If you desire to become a magnet of abundance, your second prayer that I would offer to you is wake up in the morning and say, how can I serve? How can I serve? How can I serve? How can I be useful? The magic of that prayer is you take away the focus from your financial worries, from your financial anxieties, and you seek to be of service. And Great Spirit, the great infinite intelligence that guides you, that guides me, will always answer that prayer. So maybe somebody will come to you seeking your guidance, seeking your presence, right? And when we truly learn to be present, we realize we're surrounded by presence from the Great Spirit, right? Every opportunity to serve is a great gift, because it teaches you to discover innate, unique talents. You'll never discover your true life purpose or your true soul talents by not putting yourself out there and being of service, right? Seek an opportunity to be of service, seek volunteer positions, seek an opportunity to be of help. I remember before I moved to United States and I lived in Russia, and I actually learned English. It's a little bit dry weather right now. One second. I actually learned English by seeking volunteer opportunities at a local church. And there were so many American and Canadian and Australian missionaries who would come to Russia to bring the message of their faith. And they were in dire need of translators. And I learned my English from books and tapes and school, and I was in dire need of practice. So I was seeking volunteer opportunities and to be of service. And that choice, I believe I was 17 years old, that choice brought so many inspiring connections for me. I would never had in the connection of this American couple who eventually became my professors. They invited me to come to United States 3 years later. That opportunity would never present itself to me if I didn't seek to be of service, right? If I didn't seek to give my time and to volunteer and to work for free, because I knew if I do that, I'll become better. I will grow in my practice. So I offer you this principle: seek to be of service more and more, seek to be of help, and you will be guided because you have that infinite intelligence guiding you in your own unique way. And if you ask a prayer every single morning, how can I serve? How can I serve? How can I serve? And if you truly and genuinely ask that question, you will always receive an answer, as an inspiration to go somewhere, as an idea that will come to you, as a book that you will be drawn to, or as an opportunity to volunteer at somebody's event, right? At somebody's or put together an event and lead it yourself. So there's so many ways not only to be grateful, to be resourceful, but also to be of service. So another prosperity principle that I'd like to share with you is to realize that your creativity is the source of your financial freedom. We are all creative beings. It's such a lie that has been sold to us through the collective, through the low vibrational collective program, that only some people are creative and other people are linear or logical. We all have two sides in us. And this is why I deeply believe every human being is entrepreneurial in nature. It just gets to be activated, it just gets to be developed, right? So, your creativity, your creative potential is a key to your financial freedom. Learn to develop it. Take courses, study with mentors. You are the highest investment that you can make is in yourself, right? And be the person who learns the most. Be the person who never stops developing your potential, and you will create a truly abundant, not only abundant, but deeply fulfilling life. Because it's one thing to create financial stability for yourself, and it's a whole other thing to find your calling, to find the work that feels so fulfilling to your heart that doesn't feel like work. It feels like play. It feels like joy. It feels like bliss, right? So, this is my message for today. I told a little bit of my story. If there's new people to my channel, my name is Katerina. I am a wisdom channel. You can find me on Instagram, on Facebook, LinkedIn, also my website, katerinasatori.com. And I like to give away free gifts. I will post a link. For some reason, I need my water. 1 second. Little dry in my throat. Well, that happens. I've been sharing my message online for the last 8 years. And Facebook used to be the most consistent channel for me. Well, something in my throat. Ah, my goodness. Facebook have been my most consistent channel for many years, and I'm expanding here into the YouTube community. And what I'd like to offer you, if you'd like to dive deeper into the message that I share, I have a free online course that are only 3 parts long. It's like a little baby creation that I called energy clearing course, karmic clearing course. And there is one section that is designed to help you clean your energy from poverty, limitation, struggle thoughts that you may take on from your ancestors. So this is a really powerful work, and I'll put the link underneath this live stream that you can access for free. Thank you so much for being here. I hope this message resonates with you. I hope you feel more empowered. I hope you feel that your current circumstances do not define what is possible for you to create. It all begins with how you see yourself, how consistently you seek to be of service, and how much of a daring can you choose to access in turning your creative ideas into reality. This was Katerina Satori. Thank you so much. You're more than welcome to subscribe to my channel if you'd like to stay in touch, and I always welcome your comments and your messages. Thank you, and be blessed.